And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for tonight's episode of Ahsoka Season 1, Episode 3. Now, if you have not caught up to Ahsoka yet on Disney Plus, that comes out today, literally came out, I think, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific time. Anyway, if you have not caught up, spoilers ahead because honestly, there's some things I want to discuss here. There's some things that, there's maybe some guesses I want to make for what could be coming up soon. But let's talk about it. And like I said before, spoilers. Alright, so we all know, now that we have Ahsoka's main goal right now is to make sure that Thrawn does not come back. But she also wants to see if, Ezra's still alive. So, she gets the help of Hera, who's now a general now in the Grand Republic. And, she gets Sabine as well, who's, a Mandalorian, but also wants to kind of learn how to be a Jedi. So there's some good stuff there. And, she's trying to make sure that Thrawn does not come back. That Thrawn is a big threat to have the Empire come back. Kind of like, for those who don't really follow Star Wars that much, kind of like if Voldemort's followers started spreading the rumors that Voldemort was coming back into power, like his Death Eaters, kind of like that. You have your Death Eaters, they spread the word that Voldemort's coming back to power, or they still believe he's coming back to power, and bring the fear into, or in that case, the Harry Potter world. Same thing here. You have the whatever's left of the Empire. They believe that, the Empire's going to rise again, be stronger than ever. We support the Empire, blah, 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 all that stuff. So you bring that fear, like, oh, Thrawn is still out there, one of the big loyalists to the Empire, third, overall out of everybody in the Empire. Obviously, the Emperor's first. Then, of course, Vader, Tarkin. He'd be like 4, actually, in my opinion. So anyway, they want to make sure that doesn't happen. So you have Sabine. She's still trying to relearn some things that she learned from Ahsoka being a Jedi. But when they have to literally go on a mission to try to figure out what exactly are the Night Sisters, or one of the Night Sisters, and those new evil Jedis are up to, they're trying to build this big hyperspace station looking thing to literally jet themselves off to a whole other galaxy to try to find Thrawn and bring him back to power and bring back the Empire. Remember, this is all before episode 7, 8, and 9. So the Emperor's whispers of him being alive is not out there yet. But maybe Thrawn is the one who kind of makes those whispers come to life. Who knows? But we'll find out when we get to him eventually. Now, I don't think we're going to see a lot of Thrawn in this show. I feel like we're going to see him eventually, but I don't think we're going to see him until at least the last episode or the episode before the last episode. Because I think they're going to save him for the supposed movie that they're going to do. The big crossover between Ahsoka, Boba Fett, and Mando. So, and possible Luke Skywalker. I'm not really sure about that part, but possible. But anyway, don't really think we're gonna really see him in here. We might, it's gonna be a show about them, the Empire, whatever's left of it, going to try to find him. He'll come back, and then that will set up the new movie or Disney Plus special, or whatever it's gonna be. So I'm very excited. Plus, it's the same actor who voices him. He's Matt Mikkelsen's brother. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome to see him on screen. I am gonna be a little disappointed if we really don't see him do anything in this show until the very end of the show. So it's gonna be a little disappointing, but we have to wait and see what happens. But this episode was just okay. wasn't a good strong continuation from the last 2 episodes, where we got some cool action scenes. We did get a cool little battle scene. We did get to see Ahsoka battle in space. So I thought that stuff was cool. But we saw some space whales. That was pretty cool too. They actually ended up in some strange planet where the supposed dark side guys are at hiding. So now they're going to go play Hunter versus Hunt. Play the Hunter versus Hunted game. So now they're going to go look for them, track them down, try to get rid of them. so that way they can continue their plan of trying to find Thrawn. But we have to see what happens. Oh yeah, by the way, I also don't think we're gonna see Ezra until the last episode as well. Maybe even before Thrawn, but we won't see him until at least the last couple episodes of the show. Could be wrong. Could be next week for all I know. I'm just saying I feel like they're not going to show us Ezra until the very end. But I know they already cast the actor to play him. But remember, they're going to be doing the new special movie, show, whatever it's going to be called. Obviously after the writers and actors strike. Which, by the way, support that because we need to make sure our actors get what they want so that we can get what we want, them entertaining us. So, anyway, yeah, like I said, interesting episode. Wasn't a strong episode like the other two episodes, but, you know, I'm going to say this about this so far. I like it, and I'm starting to, like, get to the point where, like, okay, is this show literally going to be just a race to get to Thrawn and to set up that movie kind of thing? You know, kind of like how Infinity War set up Endgame, but at least Infinity War gave us some great stuff in it, you know, until we got to the last movie of Avengers Assemble kind of a movie. I feel like that's what we're going to get here without actually any of the awesome payouts. You know what I mean? I'm sure we're going to see some great lightsaber fights. We're going to see Ahsoka kick some butt, and, you know, but I feel like it's also going to drag a little bit. That's my only negative about this show so far, but I could be wrong. Maybe next week's episode is all action, and the week after that, all action. But so far, it feels like it's just going to be stretched out story to get to the point where we want to get to the point. Seeing Ezra come back, obviously seeing Grand Admiral Thrawn come back as well, setting up that movie or special, whatever they're going to call it. I mean, I don't even know if we're going to actually get Boba Fett in this show, setting up his involvement into this, and Mando. I mean, they're supposed to be a part of that new thing. Dave Filoni is in charge of all things Clone Wars stuff, so, and he did say they were going to do it, so possibly we'll get them in this show. I mean, I don't know if they'll do anything, set up the next, that special thing, or what, but I'm still excited, a little nervous as well about how the payoff is going to, you know, eventually lead us to it, but we just gotta wait and see. It's only episode 3. Gotta calm down. Gotta relax. You know, there's so many mysteries about this show so far. I like a Rosario Dawson in this role, but we'll see what happens. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Are you guys excited for this show? Not excited for it? Are you guys like starting to like be like me, where it's like, is it gonna be all this just trying to train Sabine, and then she's not gonna be a full-on Jedi until near the end of the show? Or you guys are like, nah, it's fine, don't worry about it. Leave me a comment below, let me know what you guys thought. Stay tuned for more, and thank you very much, and have a good night.